Hello everyone. Sorry for late. Sorry for unexpected reason. Sorry this delay. Hopefully I can understand the problem. So today's session is JavaScript. So you may know about the JavaScript, and it's the most popular at this moment in the world. So today just I will show some introduction and a basic thing about JavaScript, and mostly you can see the how to write JavaScript and the basic syntax, how to use the variable and some conditional statement operators like that. Uh, Hopefully you are watching my video properly. So just I want to ensure that you are watching. So you have if you have any problem, you can comment in the session. So I will start my session soon. Before that, I just want to show you something about the settings. Just click on the settings icon and see the quality option and select 360 or 480 or 720. If your option is selected to 144 or 240, in that case, actually, you will not see my screen properly. It might show a blur. So for the better resolution, it is recommended to use 360 or 480. Well, now I will go for the session. So firstly, just introduction about what is JavaScript actually. It's the cross-platform object-oriented scripting language, and which is lightweight and small. That means the cross-platform is it doesn't depends on any browser. It doesn't depend on any OS or any server. So it just run on the engine of the browser. So it can be run through other program like the HTML file and separate or in the JS file. So there are a lot of options to use the JavaScript, and mainly the object of the JavaScript is to connect the object of the environment, that is the object in the web page, to control programmatically. And the recent version is ES6 or ECMAScript 6, which is released in 2015. ECMAScript 6 actually is the standard. That means the standard that the JavaScript should follow. So now it is running the 6, which just released in 2015. Well, there are some advantages why we use actually JavaScript. The first one is the speed. So we say that it is the client side, so it is very fast in that case, because it don't need to be run from the server. It just is run from the client side, that is the browser. And it is the simplicity. It is relatively simple, learn and implement. And third one is the versatility. That means it can run through the other language. It can communicate other languages like PHP, ASP, Python, Ruby on Rails. So it can connect to the server using the Ajax. So there are a lot of options. It can actually work with other language. So there's a very flexibility for the programmers to work in the web pages. And why to write the JavaScript code? There are basically we can write it into the script tag. That means we can write like style or CSS in the style tag. So in the same way, we can write the JavaScript code within the script tag. Also, we can use the JS file, that is a separate .js extension file. And for practice, just not to use for any uh, commercial project or something else. You can for practice you can run in the console also. There are browser console also. And well, I will show about this method. Well, we will use the script tag like that. There is a head tag. and we can use like that script. So in the script I can run any JavaScript code, and the script can be used within the head, also can be used like the end, just before the body tag ending. But it is good practice to use the script just before the body tag ending, because if we use here, that means in the head section, the problem is that until the JavaScript loaded, the other element will not be loaded. So for the slow internet user, he has to wait for the JavaScript to be loaded first, and then the content. So in that case, actually, it is not efficient way. So we can see an example. For example, we have an this is the content, and we have a script like that. And for now, just we can test like alert. So alert something just high. Okay. So let's see actually how it run here. So okay. So you can see the alert is running high, but you can still see the it is loading. That means the JS is stuck in the alert. There is no element in the page. You can see this is a blank page. When I just okay, and it's loaded properly, and the page is loaded. That means the element of the HTML file, which is welcome, is loaded. So you can say by default it is blank. Just it is loading. Wait for the JS part. Then okay, and it is loading. But when we use this script at the end, that means just before the body ending tag, so what will happen? Let's see. Yeah, you can see the welcome already loaded. That means the content of the HTML file is loaded. So, and it cannot wait for the JS. So it is a more efficient way to use the JavaScript. Well, so this is about the JavaScript and some basic syntax. There should be a semicolon. That means each statement should be a semicolon, or each operation we can say. And JavaScript is case sensitive. That means we cannot mix up the uppercase and lowercase together. And also we can use the position, that means that I just showed, that you can use it in the uh, below of the file. Otherwise, it will have impact in the speed or loading speed of the web page. Well, now we'll show some about variable and condition statement. What is variable? Yes, variable is common in many programming languages. There is something, it's called the temporary location in the memory. So it is just a name, and there is some value. So there are three type of variable, like string. That means this is the plain text which is in the double quotation, and there is a number which is like 21, 2, 4, like that, a complete number. And last one is the boolean. That means it either is true or either false. That means the value should be this one, or either true or false. Well, we can declare a variable like that. Variable name, just something. Okay, so this is the name variable, and we can show this variable in the alert like that. I'll just run it. You can see this something is now shown here. Also can use the same, like variable age equal to 20, which is number. But if we use this like that double quotation, actually now it is not number, it is the string. So when you use a double quotation, you have to keep remember that it is actually a string. And we can use some conditional statement. So what is the conditional statement? Conditional statement is actually if there is a condition, and if the condition is true or it is satisfied, do something. If it is not satisfied, then else do other thing. So we can see some example. For example, we have a condition like if age 12 20. That means the variable age value is 20. No, then there is some operation here. So we can see this is the if, and this is the condition. Age is 20. So if it is true, that means now it is true. We will show something like alert. Yes. If it is not satisfied or it is not fulfilled, we can use another, that is else, like alert. No. So if the condition is true, then alert yes, and if not, so no. So what will be shown here now? Let's see. Yeah, it is yes because the value is 20 already set. We assign here. So if you use the 21, then it is not satisfied. So it will show a no in that case actually. Yes, it is no. So this is about the conditional statement. That means there is some condition and if, and we can do something here. And in the else, that means if it is not fulfilled or the condition is not true, we can do other thing here. Well, we can use also some arithmetic operation with the, like the operator plus, minus, multiply, divide, modulus, increment, decrement. So you can just know that is the basic mathematics operation actually, like that. Uh, Plus multiply number. So you can just see some example quickly, like 5. So we can see the example float page. So it should show now 26. Yes, the value is 26. So we can use like minus, uh, multiply, divide. Well, there is another which is not actually common, which is the modulus, the remainder. So modulus is like that. Well, so modulus is the remainder. That means if 21 is divided by 5, there is one divisible. So we can say what is the result. It should be 1 actually. Yes, it is 1 because uh, the result is 5 into 4 equal to 20. So there is a 1 remainder. So it is showing the remainder. So modulus means the remainder. And the increment actually is increments the number by 1, and decrements is it decreases the number by 1. So if you use like that, page sorry page plus plus, that means it should be shown like if it's 20, it will show 21. So let's see. Yeah, it is 21. And you can also use the minus minus, that means the decrement operator. So it's just simple, just arithmetic. Now we can use the assignment operator. I already used. This is the assignment. That means we assign the value 20 into the variable age. So this is called the assignment operator. Or we can also assign later, like age equal age plus plus 20. So now the result is age equal age plus 20. That means 20 plus 20. Now it should show to the 40. Let's see. Well, but we can write this is a more simplest way, like not age equal age plus 20. You can use just like that. Age equals age plus 20. I can write in this way. So it is the short. So we can use this operator plus equal for this such. And similarly, you can use like age equal age minus 20. You can use like minus for multiply and division. Everything you can use in this format. So just simple assignment operator there. Now go for the comparison. What is the comparison? Well, comparison we mainly use for the condition. For example, we already used once. Now I'm just using again. Well, let's see actually if you have any problem in the session. I just want to ensure that you are watching my screen properly. Okay, no comment. So hopefully you're watching my screen properly. And whoever joined later, you can see the whole session after completing the session in the same URL. Just refresh the URL. So go for the comparison. Well, we have already used age equal d 20. That means comparing this variable with the value. That means the value of the variable age is compared to the 20. So if it is true, then we are showing some alert like yes. Else we can also use something else like alert no. So it is 20. It is so the what is the difference between there is a true operator was is equal and this equality or strictly equal. So we can use that one also. So the difference is when we use the double sign or equal, that means the just normal comparison. That means it should be same the value. That means the value is just compared, not the type. There is a type. For example, it is now a string. So the value is same. So now it will work. So yes, though it is the string, but we have given here is the value, that means the number. So that type is different, no matter the type is different, but the value is same, so it is working. But if we use like 3 equal, that means it's strictly equal, so we can not give the same result. That is not yeah, now no, that means it is not true, because though the value is same 20, but the type of the data, that means it is the number, but the age value is now is string. So the type is not same actually, so it is not satisfied. So this is called the strictly or equality. And there is another one is not equal. This is the just opposite of the equal. That means if age is not is 20, then it will work, otherwise it will work. This is just simple. And there is some other like greater than, less than, greater than or equal, less than or equal. So if we say that it is greater than 20, it will work. So we can make it like 90. So if it is greater than 20, it is work. No, otherwise no. So let's see. Yeah, no, because our value is now 19, which is not actually greater than 20. So if we just make it less than, then it will work. And we can also use like greater than or equal. That means it is less than or equal, but not the greater. And also you can use like greater than or equal. That means either it is greater or equal, but not less. Then the condition is satisfied. And also you can use some logical operator if we have a two condition like if age is 20, equality 20, and age not to equal 1, sorry, equal, so it will work, otherwise not. So there is 90 and the age is 20, so you can use like 20. So both our condition is satisfied, then it will work. So let's see, it is working because both are now satisfying. The age is 19, and if the 19 is mod by 2, that means there is a 1 remainder. So it is both are working. In that case actually it is yes, but if we make it like 0, that means now it is false, the second one, and it is not working, now it is no. And we can also use the or operator. Or is actually just if any of them is true, that means either it is or it is, then it will work. For and it need to be satisfied by the both condition, but for the or, just one is enough. So let's see now. Though it is fine, true, but it is not true now. So we can use like yes, it is now not working. Sorry, it is working because one is true. So though it is not true, but it is so it is the like the or, and another is nor. That means the opposite of the not equal actually. So it is not this like one. So it is working. Well, now I'll go for some string methods. We can concatenation. That means the adding to a string by this like that. So you can use welcome, and you can add name equal to coder first and become alert name. So let's see now what is the output here. This is the welcome to CodersTrust because the value is already here. Welcome just to a plus. That means the we're just connecting the string here. So this is the welcome to the CodersTrust. Simple. Now there is another thing is the replacing. For example, just to replace some word in a total the sentence. So for example, we have a string like that. I want something. Okay, let's do. I want something. Now I just want to replace the something with nothing. So we can use that one like variable. Just we can take another variable because the new value will be replaced or new name, whatever. We can just new name and name dot replace. So you can see that replace just the first one will be the old one like something, and the second parameter will be like new one, that's nothing, and we can now alert. So the new string is now new name, so which is actually replacing the something with nothing. So we can see the example. It's just I want nothing because the something is now replaced by the nothing. So this is called actually string replacing. The now next one is the slicing. What is actually slice? For example, we just want to slice this one. That means from a string, you just want to take this word. So you can just make it like that. Well, you can slice here also. For example, just I want to slide the want. So name slice, and you can just pick the location of the for example, this is the 1 2. So 2 the ending location, sorry, here, not here. 2 and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That means it will slice up to 7. So start from the 2 and slice to the 7. Now see what is the output here. Yeah, just want. So just to take the value want from this whole string, just to give the position. First one is 2 start, and first one is the 7. That means position 2 here and the 7 here. Just it's taking the slice of this whole sentence, and this word actually the want. So just alert this. Well, so this is about the string method. So for today, this is all about this. Will not more continue because there are a lot of things actually we have already covered. So hopefully in the next session, and another day, we'll try to cover the other things. Hopefully you have enjoyed this session. If you have any question regarding our session today's, you can ask in the comment section. I will try to clarify, answer. Well, meanwhile, I just want to show something about the CodersTrust. Actually, what is the CodersTrust and what actually is doing? Well, CodersTrust is basically a Denmark-based company which is working in many countries like Bangladesh, India, Kenya, Malaysia, Bhutan. and the main purpose is to develop the learning skill, the learning path, and as well as the earning path. Because when you learn something, you will try to implement it in your the practical life. So the coder trust actually doing that. They believe that whatever you gained, whatever you learned, you should utilize it properly with the proper guideline. And Career Trust is for that. So they provide not only the teaching and not only the training, they also provide the guidance how to work in the marketplace, how to use your skill, and how to take the work from the client, and how to write proposal, and so on. So you'll get a complete learning and earning path with the Career Trust. There are some courses plan you can see, like soft skill, which is about the negotiation skill, the practice presentation, the client handling, communication training, so on. And there is some other like the front end development, the 4 month, which is actually HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, jQuery, and also the full stack if you want to extend your skill like with PHP, MySQL backend. And also there are some other courses you can see in the official website. Also you can see the success stories of the Coder Trust student who have already started earning in the marketplaces, and they are doing great in the marketplace. So hopefully you will check the website and will know more about Coder Trust by just talking to the support. You can email whatever you needed, and you can also ask for the payment method and how actually Coder Trust run. You can also try the 14-day free trial. Also, you can attend to the free sessions and 5 days every week. So, and there are a lot of flexibility to learn from the home and to the class in the campus. So a lot of flexibility here. So whatever you chose, it can be suited for you if you are comfortable with it. Well, so today for now it's just like that. So I'll end the session shortly. Hopefully you will the missing part who will join later. Just in the same URL, you can see the whole session. So goodbye for now. Take care. Bye.